Welcome to your daily focus for February the 11th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You know, guys, I'm just not bouncing back like I should, so I do apologize for my absence. And today, I really had to I'm not missing another moon here. So I may be a little off, but I don't think I'm off to the point where I won't get the messages through. And that's my worst fear of showing up under the weather and doing a reading and not really connecting with my guides, my angels. So, we had a whole bunch of cards trying to show up, but the Ten of Cups showed up. With a whole bunch, but I saw the Ten of Cups, so that's the happily ever after card. So chances are we have some beautiful energy here to talk about tonight. Now we do have the new moon. We'll talk about the new moon, but let's go to the numerology first. The numerology, we'll have to look at the 11 first. And the 11 energy is really making that promise to yourself, that commitment to yourself, to say, I'm going forward. I'm stepping into. I am creating. I am manifesting. I am the new path, what you want to step into, what you want to do, and making that commitment to yourself. Now, it could be something small. It could be, 10 pounds that you want to lose, or you want to add 10 minutes to your workout routine, or you want to eat better, or you want to grow your stature in the community a little bit more. Maybe you want a promotion. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to be more active in a certain part of your life. Maybe you want to start working on your passions and your dreams rather than somebody else's agenda. Whatever you want to step into a relationship or grow that relationship strong and deep, or reignite that relationship that you're in. So there's so many different things that we can set into motion for ourselves with the 11 energy by making that commitment and giving it 110%. It's about walking with integrity, not trying to take the shortcut, rolling up your sleeves and saying, I can do this one day at a time, a little by little, inch by inch. It's a cinch. The 11 energy advises you to cut away the things that no longer give you strength in your life, that bring you down, that burden you. It could be obligations, it could be responsibilities, it could be, it's outworn its usefulness maybe in your life. Something that you wouldn't have made it to here without it now doesn't need to be going forward. So it's about completions and endings and allowing for more time or energy or resources so that you can truly ignite your path going forward. The numerology of the day is a 18. It's a moon, the moon energy. It's about looking within. It's about realizing your talents and abilities, but more so about how to bring in balance in your life. The inner you. How do you feel? What makes you feel content? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel grounded? What makes you feel like you are in control? What are those things that, you can breathe easy? What brings that in? What creates it? What atmosphere? What environments? What way of thinking? What people do you need to surround yourself with in order to bring that into a reality every day? So we ask ourselves some personal questions about what true happiness is to us. And for each of us, it's different. There's no single definition of happiness and joy in our path going forward and how we feel and what makes us feel that joy, that laughter, that passion, that desire. Because when we understand it, we start to feel the freedom. We start to feel the liberation. We see how we can go forward in new ways. Things open up to us that were remained closed up till now. Things come into our view that we never saw before. It's like a light switch comes on. And the 9 energy, that is preparing the soil to plant the seed. The 9 is more about completion in order to really step into making that commitment to yourself, making that obligation to yourself. So we are preparing the way for those things, even though it's a new moon. Now, some wonderful things about the new moon. Let's talk about that. Obviously, the sun and moon is in Aquarius at 23 degrees, which is the 5 energy, which the 5 energy is about, well, the 23 energy is know that you are being guided by strong forces into safe ports. So go with the flow, which tells me, and I think it's Saturn and Uranus are squaring today, are coming into a square today, but I think it's pretty intense. And so that says expect the unexpected, and it's usually things we don't want to have happen in our lives happen. But they happen for a reason. They happen so that we can either fight it, we can go against the current, we can try and stop it, we can try and put it back together before it all comes unglued, or we go with the flow and see what happens. And if we can, through this energy, go with the flow, great success can come our way. It pops us out to where we need to be. So fighting the current, we don't want to be fighting the current. We want to go with the flow. But with Saturn and Uranus in the mix, that might be a little bit challenging. And look at the Aquarius party we're having. We have the sun and moon in there. We have Saturn in there. We have Venus in there. We have Mercury in there. I think Mercury stands between Venus and Saturn. And I think Venus is talking to someone. Is it Jupiter? Mars is sextiling Jupiter. That'll come to me. Or check with your astrologers. But Venus is it must be Venus and Jupiter coming together. It has to be. Jupiter's in Aquarius too, so that only makes sense. So we have Jupiter and Venus together, and they are conjunct, I think, like 4 hours beforehand, and they're only 10 degrees apart here for the new moon. So see, I'm stumbling tonight. Venus and Jupiter are conjunct. Mercury is in the middle, still in retrograde, going backwards towards this energy. And then we have the sun and the moon together at 23 degrees. And it happens, these two major alliances happen within 4 hours of each other and 10 degrees apart in Aquarius. And there's also a star, and I couldn't pronounce it, but the translation is the luckiest of the lucky. So, or the lucky of the luckiest. Anyways, all kinds of beauty can come in, all kinds of relationships. You want to start a new relationship, you want to grow a relationship, you want to deepen a relationship, you want to rekindle, reignite that love, that passion. And it's not just in relationships, but passion, finances. Okay. So you could have a lucky win, absolutely, on a day like today. Yeah, it's about romance and happiness and luxury and beauty and joy. And so there is a lot of beautiful startup energy for us. And we're gifted with the 11, being the 11th today. We're gifted with the 23, knowing that our angels, our guides, God, our creator is around us and pushing us towards these safe ports. And so whatever does happen in our life today, or over the next 4 weeks for that matter, till the next new moon, go with the flow. Take a deep breath. See where it takes you. See where you pop out rather than fighting a current, struggling. But I think our natural response will be to struggle. It's something that we don't want to have happen usually with, especially Saturn and Uranus backing that up, backing up the numerology of that. Mars and Neptune, it's about, it's about doing acts of kindness, paying it forward, doing those gestures of love, compassion, feeling love and compassion, allowing that to come out and be a part of who we are. Page of Cups. Now there's a card for a new moon. The Page of Cups is about dreaming, wishing. This is a magical card. Okay, your angels, your spirit guides are definitely around you. The curtain is thinned, the veil is thin, so you can talk to them, you can hear them, they can guide you. You can get clarity, understanding. And this is about passion. This is about creation. This is about invention. So being in Aquarius, it's all about the unique, the different, the original. So it's about letting out the original you, your passions, your dreams, your desires, your wants, your framework for what brings you happiness, joy, passion, and desire. And the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands says we're going to be looking at our path probably from many different perspectives. It's just not one perspective we have of this is A and this is B. It's a meandering road that we are entering. And things can go different, and we can add things in, we can take things out, and we're in the planning stages of how to really proceed. Are we being too cautious? Are we being too risky? Are we holding back? Are we giving too much of ourselves? So we will look at our path from a certain perspective. We will move over to the second wand and look at it a different way, or a completely different path, and making the decision of where to go. What is your true heart's passion? What is the best route for you and you alone? And for some reason, I get a very solitary feeling there. Even though this new moon has a lot to do about relationships, it's also about you, your independence, your wants, your needs, your truths, and standing strong and putting you as number one when it comes to your decisions going forward. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The energy is changing. We are moving into a new season. We are going to an elevated path. We are stepping into beauty, harmony. We are stepping into luck. So it's about, finding that perfect partner right now. Finding that perfect place to live, that apartment that you always dreamed of, that it's got the beautiful landscape, or that dream job appears for you. Or you meet your new best friend today. Or something happens that opens the door for you to step into a whole different career or profession. Or something triggers you to grow your health, your well-being in some way. And I think with the 18 energy, it's a lot about what we do on the inside. And it will reflect on the outside. We have the Strength card. So it's about, as we go into our new season, as we go into our elevated path, we have to walk with integrity. We have to give people no reason to doubt us or to trust us, to take our word as our bond. And I think earlier in the week I was talking about Mercury for some reason, and it's about our voice. And our words matter right now. They will define things going forward to us. Even simple little comments might have a great gravitational force on what you step into. So choose your words wisely. Communicate from the heart and the mind conjunct, working together as one. Think it through. What do you want to say? What do you want to ask? What do you want to learn? What do you want to express through communicating with others? Maybe it's communicating through your paintings or your drawings or your sculpting or how you keep your house or the way you present yourself. So it could be doing the outside a little bit so that it matches more of who you are on the inside. And the Eight of Swords comes back. That card that vanished forever and a day. Excuse me. This is ripping off the blindfold. This is seeing where we can go forward. This is having the belief in ourselves and having the courage and saying, whatever I see going forward, I can handle it, because it wouldn't be in your path if you couldn't handle it. You've gone through things in your life where you thought, I can't do this, and you did, and you are here today as a statement of you did that. And that's life, and that's growing, and that's maturing, and that's gaining strength and courage and knowledge and wisdom and intuition. So here we are trapped in this cage of swords. We're blindfolded. We think if we take a step, we're not going to be able to go anywhere. We're fenced in. We're cornered. And this is where we can explode through our own glass ceiling. This is where we can rip off the blindfold. And if you're too scared to rip off the blindfold, at least start kicking your foot out a little bit, because those swords aren't even in the ground that deep. You could easily have knocked one over and been on your way, going forward in your path, your want, your desire, your dream, your goals. So this new moon is about making yourself happier, of bringing in the joy, the laughter, the giggles. I mean, the 5 energy of the year is a progression of learning how to bring in those joys and giggles into your life. And this new moon is definitely one to say, hey, embrace your happiness, embrace your joy, make it a regular thing in your life. Desire, passion. And how can you do that? What is your goals? What are your aims? What is the plan? Is it to grow that relationship? Is it to strengthen that relationship? Intuition. Trust your intuition. My intuition guides me each and every day. There's our mantra. My intuition works in combination with my wisdom. So I always make the right decision the first time around. Your intuition is just like any other muscle in your body, really. Okay? And if you haven't been leaning on your intuition, you need to start getting in touch with it. You need to start listening to yourself. And we can all say a time of, I knew I shouldn't have do it, and I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I did it, and oh boy. I really upset the apple cart with that one. So it's about listening to ourselves, listening to that inner voice. Once again, the moon energy, going within, understanding our own truth, our own magic. And that brings out the freedom and the liberation. So following your intuition. Okay, we'll get an animal card, and then of course we'll do a journey of love card. Absolutely. So there's a strong love vibe with the Venus energy. Absolutely. Jupiter's involved, so it's about growing it, expanding it, bringing in abundance, joy, growing the dream, growing the passion. Who do we have? Look at this. Find your voice with the frog. Find your voice. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Oh, I passed him already. He was there, and I went right by him. Find your voice. Sing. Say no. Express yourself. Sing your song, dance your dance, tell your tale. Frog tells you it's time for you to find your voice. And saying no can be one of the most difficult words to speak. Yet Frog says that you've been putting too much pressure on yourself, allowing others to steal your time, exhaust your energy. You haven't vocalized your dissatisfaction with it. Instead, you've quieted your voice. By saying no, you begin making room for the things that you do want in your life, and it's not easy at first. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, the more empowered you will begin to feel. You may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. You shouldn't hold that stuff within. Okay, release it, let it go. Say your piece. Now, our words are very strong right now, and they will matter long term. So you want to, if you have to confront somebody during this time with something, you want it to go your way. You want to use the right words. Have you ever walked away from a conversation and, man, you were so angry at the time and you just went blah on them, and later on you're recanting the story to somebody else and you're going, oh, you know what I should have said? Oh yeah, I know what if I would have said this, because we didn't think it through. So sit back, meditate on it, contemplate on it, think of your words and what you need to say. And maybe it isn't a confrontation. Maybe you just need to make the statement of. Maybe there's just no argument. You're saying, I want it this way going forward, and there's no reason for debate, because it should have been that way a long time ago. So you may have been keeping frustrations inside of you, and they need to be spoken. It could be a friend that has hurt you, a spouse who's not listening, a boss or coworker who isn't showing you the respect that you do deserve. It is now time for you to vocalize your feelings, and in order to remove the emotion, you might want to begin writing down what you want to say and practice saying it aloud. I guess I should have just waited for the card to tell you. Look at yourself in the mirror while you speak the words of truth, and you know what? You'll see within your eyes how much it actually has been hurting you or damaging you in some way. It's time to say it. It's time to use your voice to bring in that sense of peace, that sense of well-being, that sense of happiness, that sense of passion and desire. Healing will come. Frog will assist you in finding your voice. Frog reminds you to put on some music and sing. It can be at home, in your car. Sing as loud as you can, fun or sad. It doesn't matter. Just express yourself through song. Your throat chakra may be blocked. Put your right hand on your throat and envision a blue light circling and swirling, healing the fears that surround you. Maybe you have always wanted to be on stage, a Broadway show, or possibly a stand-up comedy act. Embrace Frog in helping you find the voice within you that might be shaky right now, but it will turn steady. It will turn strong. The more you practice your art, there are no restrictions. There are no limitations. So it's time to break through that glass ceiling. One thing, the throat chakra may be blocked, and put your right hand over your throat and envision a blue swirling light. Or you can breathe in. You can imagine yourself in a beautiful blue bubble of energy and breathe it in and center it around your throat and feel it turning. So it's just an added step to it, but it gives it more depth. It gives it more of something, because we can't see the air we breathe, so it's very easy. Or at least I find it's easier to envision then a blue air coming into my lungs and into my throat. And if you do all your chakras, envision that bubble around you, giving you that color to bring your chakras into. If you want to do a chakra meditation, put it up. I've always said I wanted to do one, and I have never done it. But there's many out there. Do a search on YouTube and just type in CHAKRA, and you'll get 1,001 different meditations, and they might be 5 minutes in length, they might be 8 hours in length. There might be flute playing in the background, it might be singing bowls in another. So find the video that works for you the best. Okay, Journey of Love cards. And we have Sacred Convergence, 28, so a 10 energy. So the 1 energy. We have the 1 energy, the 11 energy, the 5 energy, the 23 energy. How beautiful is all of that? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that Venus and... what else is right there? Jupiter. Venus and Jupiter are conjuncting. Are at 12 degrees. So that's the Empress energy. I mean, it's just a beautiful energy coming in around us. So embrace it. Embrace it. It's beautiful energy in which to grow, in which to start new things, and letting love into your life, letting compassion into your life, letting creativity, especially yourself creativity, and letting that out into the world. Okay, the poem first. From the white foam on the surface of blue to the mystery beneath the waves, wherever your travels may lead, may the artist's touch inspire us to explore the ocean realm and celebrate the beauty as land gives way to water and water to the unknown. I found it very interesting that it brought up the blue again. So, wear blue. Over the next 4 weeks, see, how often you wear the blue, bringing the blue into your world, into your environment. There is a coming together happening within your body and soul, a unification of all that is within you. This is akin to traveling to a strange land, as all sorts of new sensations, not all welcome at first, begin to make themselves known to you. Oh, I got goosebumps. It's just bringing it all together, isn't it? If you are experiencing discomfort within your own body or environment or uncertainty and a sense of expansion, to include more of life in your thoughts and feelings, then you are conscious of the sacred convergence. It's like 2 worlds or more colliding. If you are sensitive, you will feel it happening as an important event without necessarily having a physical situation to attribute to the experience to, or upon which to hang an explanation. You may also be encountering this in a very physical sense by finding yourself in situations which you previously would have avoided. You may be meeting people and thrown into relationships with them, apparently more by circumstance than by your own conscious choosing. This is a meeting of you with your shadow and something to rejoice in, even if it is uncomfortable. Be gentle and loving with yourself, and kindly seek to find the beauty in what you are learning about yourself, in your interactions and experiences. You are a wise soul, seeking to know yourself rather than judge others. Remember the divine perfection as you are. Remember your divine perfection as you are thrilled and challenged in this time of great growth. You are guided to be curious, as though traveling to a foreign land, and remaining open to the experiences and experiencing its treasures. This oracle holds a message for you. A deeper part of yourself is calling you forward. Any discontent, struggle, anxiety, or fear is a subconscious recognition of this. Please do not worry. You are a unique plant in that divine garden. You don't have to know what planet you are in order to grow. You just need to live each day, and the growth happens naturally. Then you can see over time the beauty of your true nature revealing itself to you. It will be a revelation to be relished. So once again, it's not about fighting against the current. It's about going with what's happening and understanding you. Understanding your true joy, your true happiness, your true goals, your true passions and desires. And bringing it out into the world. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.